Hello, it is Wednesday, October 29th, 2025. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Wednesday crossword today, so it's time for a midweek, mid-difficulty crossword. I'll solve it in the ordinary fashion, and today's ordinarily solved edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Mike from Vermont, Casey Brandt, and, as always, the indomitable Shoalmaster and the indefinable Charlie Paget. Thank you so much to the four of them, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign. It's their generous support that keeps this channel going day in, day out, so thank you to them and to everybody who supports the channel via Patreon. If you'd like to do so, you can head over to patreon.com/dailysolve or click the description field link, where you'll find bonus videos available to patrons, and for benefactors like those I've just mentioned, there's the Let's Check the Crosses official mug. Thank you again to everybody who supports the channel via Patreon. All right, let's get on to today's crossword, shall we? This is a Wednesday-themed puzzle by John Donegan, whose second puzzle, I think this is, for the New York Times. And it looks like it's maybe slightly taller than normal. Is that true? It is. It's 16 tall. So yeah, just slightly taller than an ordinary New York Times crossword grid. We'll find out if there's something thematic that's been squeezed into that extra cell of height. In any case, it was edited, as always, by Will Shortz. Let's start solving. The R of REM, rapid eye movement. Still red, say. I don't know, raw or something? I'm not sure. Not much. A bit, a tad. When you coming? ETA, estimated time of arrival, you might be requesting. Jupiter and Mars. Planets or, not sure. In a way, ish, you could say, in a way, ish. Pick up on. Detect? Yeah, that fits. Let's see if that works with the cross here. Bring down. To bring someone down could be to abase them, to sort of, lower them with your words, potentially. So still red. Oh, rare, like meat. That could be it. Dracula's preferred way to eat wings, ? Right, something? Jupiter and Mars. Oh, pagan gods. Right. I was wondering if they would be gods from, sort of the Roman world in this case. And yes, indeed. Call centers. Nuclei? That doesn't seem likely. Oh, no, cell centers. Oh, no, it is. Yeah, it is nuclei. Sorry. Yes, the nucleus, the sort of, center of the cell as we represent it in the kind of classic diagram. World capital near the 60th parallel. Oslo? See if that feels right. Let's see. Jocular suffix for mostest. Yeah, you could say, I've got the mostest. It's a jocular suffix in the sense that it's kind of jokey and informal. Loosens up. Probably ends with an S. Not sure. States. Says. There might be other options for that, but it does probably end with an S as well. Neighborhood in Warren Zevon's. Is it Warren Zevon? Warren Zevon's Werewolves of London. I think Soho is probably referenced in that song. I can hear the song in my head. I can't remember all of the lyrics. There aren't very many lyrics, but I think Soho probably, which is a neighborhood here in London. Milkshake ingredient that might get stuck in a straw. Uh-oh, what if it is the official snack cookie of the New York Times crossword, the Oreo? I think that might be the case. You might have made an Oreo milkshake. Loosens up. Don't know what that's about. Response to speak. You might say that to a dog and they might respond arf. Cold weather cryptid. A yeti, abominable snowman. A cryptid being a sort of myth, kind of creature of legend, urban legend often, or I think of it as being sort of more modern than urban legend as opposed to mythology personally, sort of longer term mythology, but that could be wrong. States, yeah, so it just says. Loosens up, softens. Like if a person loosens up, they might sort of soften in their personality. Dracula's preferred way to eat wings. Right off the bone? No, right off the bat? Oh, I see. All right. Right off the bat, I see. So does Dracula eat bats? I thought Dracula sort of was kind of akin to a bat. I guess he turns into a bat. I guess he himself isn't a bat because he started as a human. I don't know. Anyway, I think this is, I get it. It's clever and it works. Enlighten. To edify someone would be to sort of inform them, to edify them. First aid stinger. Iodine? Not sure if that's right. Knock back a few. Something about beer? Imbibe, probably, to drink. That'll be right. Big bully, an ogre, a brute. Big bully, I'm not sure. Little devil, an imp. Whatever. Nah, you might say. First aid stinger. Big bully. Aquarium diagnostic. A pH test? Yeah, for testing the sort of, I don't know, alkaline levels or whatever of the water. Okay, first aid stinger. Yeah, those look like iodine or iodide. Big bully, a meanie. It is iodine. Okay, there we go. So yeah, for, stinger in the sense of an injection. Sebastian the Ibis, mascot of the Miami Hurricanes, right? No clue about this, so I'm glad that it was all solved for me by the time I was able to read it. What makes Dracula... Oh, it's more Dracula. What makes... I suppose it's October. What makes Dracula frantically hop around? Something on his feet? Right on his feet? Right on the feet? No. I was wondering if right was going to be repeated, but I don't think so. Restaurant chain acronym IHOP, the International House of Pancakes. Spanish name found in business, Inez, which is written literally inside the word business. Fastener with an onomatopoeic name. A snap, I guess. And snap we also use as the sound that it would make. So it's onomatopoeia in that sense. Eldest Corleone brother, right? This is from the film The Godfather, so Sonny Corleone. Food fight projectile would be a pea, sure. You might, I don't know, spit or throw a pea at someone. Well-rounded figure. I'm not sure. I'm really curious about this Dracula thing, though. What makes Dracula frantically hop around? I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. Sorry, that's incorrect. No or no? Light on his feet. Light on his feet. Right. Okay. So yeah, to be light on your feet, that's a phrase that means to be sort of nimble and agile. But in this case, in a punny sort of way, Dracula's frantically hopping around because, sunlight on him is painful and dangerous. So the light on his feet would make him hop around. I see. Great. Okay. Word with still or shelf. Still life or shelf life are both phrases. Some unidentified visitors for short, or ETs, extraterrestrials. Felt something on your head. A hat of some kind. Oh, a fedora. Yes. So a thing that is made of felt on your head could be a fedora, a hat. And then a clickable pic is an icon. And then New Jack City co-star 1991 is Ice-T. So there we go. All right. Great. I think I've seen everything in the crosses there. Yeah. Okay. Bring up, to raise something, or to bring up, to rise? Not sure. Pot grower, question mark. The ante, right. So you read this and you think someone is growing a marijuana plant, but no, the question mark is a pun indicator and suggests, no, it's something a bit, it's more of a sort of bit of misdirection there. So you might grow the prize pot in a game by contributing, your ante to enter into the game. Wrap up. To wrap something up is to end it. Bring up is, why do I not see this? Reap? No. Bring up. I don't know why I can't see what that is. Showed sudden interest in a way. Lit up. You could sort of describe a person. Oh, they lit up. They were suddenly interested. Is that right? I'm not sure if it is in this context because this looks a bit odd. Bring up. I don't know. Beer brand on The Simpsons. Oh, Duff beer. I do remember that. Okay. Huh. So it's looking fine so far. Non-pharmacological component of a clinical trial. A placebo. So you might have certain people in the clinical trial being given a placebo, an ineffective drug, to see how they respond without the substance that's being tested. Like Satan in the Bible. I'm not sure what we're looking for specifically here. I don't know. Let's see. I wonder if it'll be obvious once it's in there. Certain Ivy Leaguers. Eli's, maybe that comes up fairly often in the crossword. Alumni of Yale University, I think it is. Yeah, because Elihu Yale was the founder. Okay. AFL-CIO. That's a big U.S. Labor union. Like Satan in the Bible. Oh, fallen. Right. Yeah, Satan is sort of, fallen from heaven. Okay, so there it is. And then rags, e.g., are cloths, maybe? Like you might have kitchen rags, kitchen cloths, that kind of thing. When Dracula doesn't feel seen upon reflection or something like that, something about reflection because he doesn't appear in, his reflection doesn't appear in mirrors. So this doesn't look right. Bring up, rear. Oh, rear a child. To bring up a child, rear. So then what's this? Oh, showed sudden interest is sat up, right. So I think lit up would have been a reasonable response, but not the correct one in this instance. So there we go. Sat up, showed sudden interest. Pompous people are snobs, maybe? Oh, maybe upon reflection is when Dracula doesn't feel seen. Maybe that's what it is. Pristine as land. Trod? Like people have not set foot on it. Anti-traffic organization, DEA, the Drug Enforcement Agency, U.S. Anti-Drug Trafficking Organization. Veterans Day event, you might have a Veterans Day parade. Like some jobs, odd jobs. Lake, that's the thumb of New York's Finger Lakes. I think Oneida that's one of New York's Finger Lakes, so I think that would be right. Let's see. Oh, this we haven't looked at. Lead into second, nanosecond. There we go. Knob on an electric guitar. You might have treble and bass tone knobs on your electric guitar. What a bargain hunter hopes to pay less. Yeah, that makes sense. Ides of Mark rebuke. Et tu, says Caesar in Shakespeare's telling of his assassination by Brutus on the Ides of March. Get ready to attack Dracula and his pals. Raise the stakes, right? There we go. So you raise your wooden stake in order to plunge it into Dracula's heart and the hearts of his pals, I guess. I guess that's why it's more than one stake. Well-used pencil, say, a stub. Worn it all the way down. Sound of a good car engine would be a hum, I suppose. And then sport whose athletes wear top knots, sumo wrestlers famously. Rains hard, question mark. Hails, I guess. It's literally sort of a hard or frozen rain. Designation for the Toledo Mud Hens. That must be a AAA team, which is a minor league division of U.S. North American baseball. Mythical luster. Oh, a satyr. So it doesn't mean luster as in sort of shininess of a metal. It means one who lusts. And the satyrs in myth are often depicted as sort of lecherous and lustful. Okay, depend, they sort of goat men. Depend on would be rely on. Old map initials would be USSR, the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, before the collapse of the USSR. Despicable Me, antihero. Oh, I've seen this in the crossword before. Is it GRU? I think that might be right. Let's see. What contains a lot of darn stuff? A sewing kit, because you might darn socks. You might, repair your socks with things in the sewing kit. Speedway sponsor. This is STP Motor Oil, which seems to be a very common racing sponsor. Well-rounded figure. Right, what's this one? Well-rounded. I don't know. Speedo? I don't see why that would be the case. Cry of victory. I win. Big name in magic. Oh, Penn, of the sort of comedy magic duo Penn and Teller. the Amigos of film, e.g., a trio, the three Amigos, which, believe it or not, I've never actually seen. So what's this? A well-rounded figure is a sphere. That's very straightforward. And then feminist sex educator Sherry Height. Hopefully this is correct. It is. All right, well, there we go. We've got our vampiric theme today, appropriate to the month of October, which, and Halloween very soon, just 2 days away. So I don't think we have a revealer today. No, we don't, but I don't think we need it. It's pretty self-explanatory. So Dracula's preferred way to eat wings would be right off the bat. What makes Dracula frantically hop around, light on his feet? When Dracula doesn't feel seen would be upon reflection. And finally, to get ready to attack Dracula and his pals would be to raise the stakes. There we go. So we've got these four fully. It's nice that it's impressive that these are all precisely spanning the width of the grid, and we do have this slightly taller grid, which is interesting. I don't necessarily know exactly why for the purpose of this puzzle, but I'm sure in the construction it was, helped to create this grid as the constructor wanted with respect to these theme answers. Anyway, I think this is a good solid Wednesday theme, very appropriate to 2 days before Halloween, and let me know if you agree, if you had the same experience and reaction. And let me know in the comments or the Daily Solve Discord chat server, a nice friendly chat community linked in the description field. Always curious to see your thoughts. And consider subscribing to the channel on YouTube if you've been enjoying these videos. I'll be back tomorrow for the Thursday edition when the theme gets perhaps a bit more intricate and involved. And we'll see how that goes. But until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Wednesday. Take care.